Hey guys, Ms. Z again. I'm here to talk to you about writing for this week. I'm so sorry this video is coming in late, but if you've already gotten started, then you're already a step ahead. So what we're going to focus on this week is narrative writing, and basically that's just writing stories. And narratives are usually fictional. In this case, they're going to be, and you guys get to have a little fun with this. So the way I have broken this down is that you will do one thing each day. You do not have to do it that way. That was just a way to kind of pace it for you guys so that it's not too overwhelming, because we really want you to take your time on this and have fun. But feel free to do, as many steps in one day as you would like, because you have all week to work on this. So first off, I gave you a few ideas of things that you can write about, but you guys let your imagination go wild. So a few ideas might be that you tell a story about the most fun day that you can imagine. You could write about if you had enough money to buy anything in the world, what would you buy? Tell a story about how you got the money and what you would do with it. Another story idea might be that you pretend that your pet started talking to you one day and tell us what happened. If you could be any animal, which would you choose? Tell a story as if you were that animal. Or you could write as if you had a superpower. What would that superpower be? Tell us how you would use that. So those are just a few ideas that I just kind of wanted to throw out there for you guys, but you can write about anything. But like I said, we're going to stick to fictional and just have fun with this. So the steps that I've laid out for you guys is day one, or step one. I would really like for you to fill out a graphic organizer. Now you guys did one of these a few weeks ago. You did a story map. So this is just an example of one. Right here they've got the title, the author, you've got the setting where the story takes place, you've got your characters, and then just write a sentence or two about the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story. This is just an example. You can make your own on a sheet of paper. You can find one on the internet, whatever is most helpful to you. But the most important thing is just that you're brainstorming and you're planning. It's really hard to just sit down and start writing a story from scratch. So use this to your advantage. So that'll be day one. That is part of your assignment, is to do your brainstorming. On day two, or step two, we would like for you to write a rough draft. Now, your rough draft does not have to be perfect, but the better you do with it, the less you're going to have to correct later on. So what you're going to do is you're just going to use your planning page to get you going, and you are going to write your story. Pay attention to swag, which is, your punctuation and making sure your sentence is neat, making sure that you put capitals where they belong. Do the best you can with all that. Try spelling words the best that you can too. On day three, you will work with an adult to edit your writing and make it better. So when we edit, you guys have done this before, you're going to go back and look for mistakes. And that's why it's really important that somebody else looks at your writing, because sometimes we just don't realize that we've made a mistake at all. So you're going to go back with a pen or something like that and, circle words that are incorrect, or underline words that need to be capitalized, add punctuation, those kinds of things. And then you can either do this the same day or the next day, but you're going to write your final draft, which is your neatest copy. You correct those mistakes. You make sure that it's your neatest handwriting, because me and Miss Meshke, we want to read your stories. And on day four, or your very last step, you guys get to have a little fun with this and create your own comic. So we provided you with comic strips with the boxes, but you guys can make it yourself. If you want to make a giant comic, or you want to make a comic book or anything like that, feel free to do that. You can draw the boxes yourself. That way you're not limited to a teeny tiny little box if you want to draw, a big box for each part of the story. But the most important part about your comic is that I can look through your comic and have a pretty good idea of what the story is about. Okay, you're telling your story through pictures. And then you guys can always add speech bubbles or action words. And if you want to add, a short little sentence or caption underneath each box, you're welcome to do that too. So all of these things, your graphic organizer, your rough draft, your final draft, and your comic are part of your assignment. So do it at your own pace. You can split it up day by day. You can do 2 or 3 things at once. But please make sure those all come together in one email to Miss Meshke. She is taking care of writing, even though I'm the one making the videos. We're a team. So just send her your writing in one email just so that it doesn't get lost amongst all the other emails. And then if you guys will just continue sending your spelling tests to me on Friday. So just do your best to get those in on Friday so that we can get a grade in, and we can give you guys some feedback on your assignments. But we just want to say that you guys are doing awesome, and we can't wait to see what you write about, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. See you guys later.